Hi, we're going to be talking about dimes and quarters today. Okay, now a dime is the smallest coin we have. Okay, on one side it's President Eisenhower's face, and then on the other side it's a torch. And I don't know how well you can see that. I'm trying to make it so you can see it better. But I have to say, I know it's a torch, but when I was a kid, I always thought it looked like celery. Isn't that kind of weird? Anyway, a dime. Do you remember the rhyme for dimes? It goes, dime, dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10. So, and a dime is little and thin. Like I said, it's the smallest coin, and it's very thin. But along the edge, it's got ridges. So it's not just flat and smooth. Okay, so what they want you to do on this first page is they want you to find the dimes. So you can see up here what dimes look like. And so all you have to do here is make an X on the dimes in the money bags. So this first one, okay, there's a dime, there's a dime, that's a nickel, and that's a penny. But there's a dime and there's a dime. So what you would do is you would mark X's on the ones that are dimes, okay? And then the ones that are not dimes, you just don't do anything, okay? So then we're going to be talking about counting dimes. And counting dimes is just counting by tens, okay? You know how when you were younger, you used to count from 1 to 100, and then you count from 10 to 100, counting by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Well, that's how we count dimes. But once we get to 100, that can be 100 cents, or we can call that $1, okay? Because this is 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, 100 cents, and that's a C with a slash through it, or 100 cents is the same as $1. And you can write that with a dollar sign and a 1.00, okay? Okay. I had something I was going to say, and now I just forgot what it was. 10, 20. All right. If it comes to me, I'll tell you. Okay. So then you're going to be doing pages where you're counting, you're just counting them. And so for each dime, you're going to add 10 more. So they have these in dotted lines, and you just need to trace over these. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And so it says the dimes are worth 50 cents, so you could write 50 with a cent sign, or you can write 50 in the word cents. Okay? So that's what you're going to do for some of these pages. And then you're going to come to a page where, okay, they'll give you an amount of dimes, and you just need to circle it. So the example, the first one is 30 cents. So if we count 10, 20, 30, and they have that one done for you, you just have to just go over the dotted line. So for the next one, for 50, we'll just go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So then we would put a circle around all of these to make 50. Okay? All right, and that's what you're going to do on these. It's pretty easy. It's just counting by 10. All right, next we're going to do quarters. Now, quarters have changed a lot over, I don't know, the last 20 some years or whatever, because now quarters used to all look like this. They used to have President Washington on the front, and then an eagle on the back. Can you see that very good? I don't know. Sorry. The light's not very, there we go. The eagle and President Washington. But now, boy, and I can't remember when they started making the quarters for each of the states. And that was really very interesting. So each state has its own quarter. And now they're doing for different things too. So quarters don't all look alike, but their size is the same. And they still have President Washington on the front. Okay. Like this quarter is from Arizona. Okay, so this one's from Arizona. I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to show it to you. Anyway, it has a cactus, and it says on there the Grand Canyon State. And this quarter was made in 2008. Okay. All right. Now the rhyme for quarters is quarter, quarter, big and bold, you're worth 25, I am told. So when we have quarters, we're going to be counting by 25s. Okay, so it goes kind of like this: 25, 50, 75, $1. Okay, and if we were to keep going, it would be 125, 150, 175, $2. I should write that down. Okay. Okay, so it would look like this. So 125 is $1.25, 150 is $1.50, 175 is $1.75, and $2, well, $2 is $2. And each time we count, this is the pattern we use: 25, 50, 75, $1, 125, 150, 175, $2. Okay? All right, now the quarter, we already talked about what it looked like. And so in these pigs, it's like a piggy bank, they want you to put an X on each of the quarters. Okay? Now remember, the quarter is the biggest coin that we've talked about so far, and it's the biggest one in size that we've talked about. So this one right here, this says President Lincoln, and so that is a penny. Now look at, there's Washington, and it's bigger. This is a quarter, so I'm going to put an X on it. And here, this one here, you can see it's smaller than these, so it is definitely not a quarter, and it has Monticello on the back, and that's a nickel. But look at, there's Washington again, another quarter. Okay, this is not Washington. There's the eagle, so we're going to mark that one. So, okay, so in this piggy bank, there were only 3 quarters. So on the rest of these piggy banks, I want you to go ahead and put an X on the ones that are quarters, okay? Then they're going to have some pages where you're counting quarters, and it's just like what we just practiced. 25, 50, 75, $1. So 4 quarters is the same as $1, or you can write it as $1. All right? And, okay. So on this page, they want you to circle the number of quarters it takes to make this amount on the side here. So 50 cents. So we go 25, 50. So it only takes 2 quarters to make 50 cents. So I'm going to trace over the dotted line. All right. Now 75. Well, let's count by 25s again. 25, 50, 75. Okay, so that's going to take 3 quarters. So this time I'm going to circle 3 quarters. All right. And that's all we have to do. So basically all you're doing is you're identifying quarters and you're counting them up. And I think this is review for you. And if it is, it's good practice. And if it's not, then this is something that we all need to know, because we use money for the rest of our lives to buy the things that we need and to take care of our wants and our needs. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. Tell the teacher that's calling and checking up on you, and we'll make sure that you understand. All right, have a good week. Bye-bye.